This podcast is part of the Frederick Podcast Network. Learn more at listenfrederick.com.
Welcome to the award-winning Rich in Life podcast. We're the podcast that dives deep into the true meaning of wealth. We're going beyond money. We're going into mindset, purpose, and the choices that shape our success. In each episode, we're going to bring you inspiring stories, expert insights, and the real conversation to help you build a life that's rich in every way. So get ready to elevate your thinking, embrace new possibilities, and unlock the wealth that truly matters. So sit back, tune in, and let's learn how to be rich in life. What happens when your ambition evolves, but your roles don't? Like you grow, you expand, you become clearer. You want more depth, more impact, more space, but the dynamics in your marriage, your friendships, even motherhood, they were built around an old version of you. And now this is where the friction can probably come in. Maybe you used to be the one, or you are the one, who handles everything at home because your work was flexible. But now your business is demanding more leadership from you. Maybe you used to be or are available to your friends at any hour, but now your energy feels finite. Maybe you used to overfunction in your relationship with your partner. You were the one managing schedules, initiating conversations, smoothing everything over to keep the peace, and now you are tired of being what I like to call the emotional operations manager. There is this research from a sociologist, and I'm going to butcher her name, Arlie Hochschild, on what she calls the second shift, meaning even in dual career households, women often carry the invisible planning and the emotional labor long after their work hours end. And ambitious women feel this acutely because your professional identity expands, but your relational expectations often stay frozen. And if you do not renegotiate them, you end up successful and resentful at the same time. I actually saw this play out with someone whose business was scaling super quickly. Their revenue was up, their visibility was up, their responsibility was up, but at home, nothing was changing. She was still the default parent. She was still the primary scheduler. She was still the one who had to remember everything of the pack the lunches, the field trip permission slip, all of those things. And she said something in one of our meetings, and she was like, I worked this hard to grow, but now I feel like I have two full-time jobs. And this is not a capacity problem. This is a non-renegotiation role problem. And in order to clean this up, it is required that you have uncomfortable conversations at home. So she sat down with her partner and said, the version of me that built this business is not the same version running it now. And we need to redistribute things here at home. They reassigned responsibilities. They automated what they could. They got outside help, and they stopped assuming that she would just be the catch-all, right? How many of us just have the assumed role of the catch-all? And this was super awkward for sure, because change can always be uncomfortable. There was definitely some resistance. There was definitely reminders because they had to get in that pattern, right? And for a while, we had to put it in both of their calendars. It had to be a time block of this is when we're doing this. This is when we're having this conversation. This is when I need you to pick this person up. This is when we're having our outside help come in. Before it became a pattern, it had to be a constant thing on their calendar before they got into the rhythm of the new. But within months of doing this, she was not just professionally ambitious, but she was also supported by her partner. Her ambition stopped competing with her relationships, not just her partner, but her friendships, her family, all of her relationships. And that's a huge part that she no longer felt alone inside of her success. How many of y'all feel alone inside of your success? Because capacity shrinks when you are carrying both your growth and everyone else's comfort. But your capacity will expand when the people around you grow with you. Does that make sense? So here's a question I want you to sit with. Have your roles been updated to match who you are now? All of your roles. Or are you still operating inside expectations built for an earlier version of you? This applies to your marriage, motherhood, friendships, business partnerships. Ambition evolves. We evolve as humans. We've talked about this throughout the capacity series. your agreements and your responsibilities need to evolve as well. Otherwise, your life just feels heavy because you're just doing too much alone and you're not supposed to be doing it alone. The payoff of relational capacity is this. You feel partnered, you feel supported, you feel seen in your growth. So many women do not feel seen in their growth. They feel like they're on an island of like, look at me, I'm doing all this. I changed me. Like, look at everything that I've done to build this life and to build our home and to build our family and to build our business. But no one's noticing it. They just expect that we will just carry it. And just because we carry it well does not mean that it is not heavy. I want you to stop shrinking to maintain harmony and start communicating to create alignment. And your ambition becomes something your relationship can hold now, not something that they quietly strain under. And this is how you can build a rich relationship.